Hi, welcome to this tutorial on embedding your timeline, which you've made in Timeline.js, in your WordPress site. This tutorial is brought to you by student research here at CSU Channel Islands. Now, before we go any further, it's important that you already are familiar with how to create a timeline in Timeline.js. If you're not yet familiar with that process, you should go and watch our tutorial on how to create a timeline. The presentation assumes that you have created a timeline and that you want to embed it in your WordPress site. This, of course, assumes also that you have created a WordPress site. Before you move forward, you should make sure that you have some familiarity with both of these tools. So we are going to show you how to install a plugin in WordPress specifically for Timeline.js and how to use the plugin to embed your timeline onto a page or a post on your website. It's really quite simple once you've gone through it once. So the first thing that you're going to have to do is install a plugin. So what you will do is open your WordPress dashboard from CI keys, and you're going to click or hover over the plugins on the left navigation, and then click Add New. When the next page pops up, in the upper right search box, you can type in Nightlab Timeline.js. And the first thing that should come up when you do that is the Nightlab Timeline plugin. So you'll see a button there that says Install Now. So you're going to click on that button and it's going to install it into WordPress. However, you're not going to be ready to use the plugin until you activate it. So you will go to the installed plugins page and click on Activate. Now you're ready to use the plugin. So your next step is going to be to open a page or a post wherever it is that you want to add your timeline. And one of the things that you're going to see is that there's a new button now in your editor that is called Add Timeline. So when you click there, you are going to be able to add your timeline onto your page or your post. This is really quite simple. So you have your Google spreadsheet that you've used to create your timeline over at Nightlabs. And all you have to do is copy that URL and insert it here into the source box. And then you're going to click on Insert Timeline. Now, it's really important that what you put into the source box is the Google spreadsheet URL and not the embed code. The embed code is for other purposes. This should be a relatively short URL so that when you put it in, it should look about that length, maybe a little longer, maybe a little shorter, but if it's much longer than that, then you've probably got the embed code and this is not going to work. So you have your code in there, you click Save Draft so you don't lose your work, and then click Publish, and it will now be live on that page. But don't click Publish until you're ready for the world to see it, because at that point it does become something that the whole world can see. And there's a timeline on my website. Yours might look a little bit different because of the layout of your page, but there it is. Thanks for taking the time to learn about how to embed a timeline into your WordPress site.